My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Cancerians. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing your general reading, your past, present, future, your 9 card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card. Oh my goodness, sometimes my hair just gets in the way. You can draw a special vampire card, draw a vampire oracle, and finish off with 3 yes or no answers for thee. So let's get started on your reading. The general card is the Three of Wands upright. Let's look at the first row, which is also your past. You get the Devil reverse Capricorn energy. Okay. 9 of Wands fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the Chariot with Cancer energy reversed. You know what I saw would happen is, there's this painful release, but of course, any kind of like a release that results in these two beautiful cards in, in reverse mode probably will really had a major influence and impact from being released from any kind of devil situation. Sad but true and beyond painful on so many levels. And the thing is with any kind of like release, whether it's like even giving up some kind of like bad habit for that matter, the thing is sometimes, let's say that you pretty much, stop drinking like these spirits or something, or consumed any kind of other like, sustenance or, substance, that pretty much, just, first, put you in the clutches and arms of the devil for that matter. But when you're finally released from it, sometimes it could also cause you to also let go of a lot of things and also kind of feel directionless as well. Also known as withdrawals for that matter. But what I mostly get here is, whatever happened with being released from any kind of negative event probably really deflated you entirely. And well, the thing is never ever underestimate the strength and power of any kind of like devil situation for that matter, because whatever contributed, will put you in a situation of thinking, I'm just letting go of it. Because normally, it's like if these two came up upright, it's like saying, I'm not giving up on something even though I feel bone tired and exhausted beyond belief, but I still have this drive within me. But since it came in reverse, it's like thinking, okay, I may have been released from the devil, but I just think I'm just done. I'm just collapsing on the ground. Now, in current times, you do get Justice, Libra energy, Magician, Gemini energy, and 10 of Pentacles reversed, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Earth placements. You know what I kind of see you doing is you want to actually start over, or because the thing is, I love the fact that, even though you may have been hit with something quite heavy in the past, whatever contributed to that devil situation, the thing is here you're actually trying it again, but then, it more or less looks like to no avail with the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Because, it's like here you do feel incredibly balanced, you feel grounded, you feel realistic, you pretty much just think, okay, I'm now back on my feet again. Maybe you did actually have to get back on your feet in other ways, metaphorically, hopefully speaking. But here you're actually trying something different and new by wanting to manifest something. But yet, it's not really actually working out as of yet. But I do love the fact that the general card is definitely about this voyage and quest that you're definitely heading out towards in other ways. But that's why we're going to have to look at the future and also the clarification for that matter. Because in the future, you get 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles reversed, and Judgment upright. Scorpio energy, your brother, sister, water sign. Whoops. So what I kind of get here is, it's like, here you're probably going to be asking other people for advice, like maybe a financial advisor, maybe your banker, maybe some kind of other person that you're going to be collaborating on something. But yet you will eventually feel somewhat overwhelmed with the 2 of Pentacles reversed, but yet with Judgment upright, of a sense of clarity, head out of the clouds, and this grand announcement taking place. I think what I'm mostly getting here is that, you're actually going to be probably collaborating or working with other people, or maybe, you're accepting other people's advice on having to be, probably getting back to work on something, but you feel kind of overwhelmed because whatever contributed to that devil situation, it really puts you in a real negative situation. I mean, my goodness, it just looks so painful, but I love the fact that you're either healing, or of course, healing either way, but that you actually want to redo something. Because, well, let us look at the clarification for that part, because I'm just wondering, it's like if you're kind of having to get back into the routine of having to get back to work or something, and now you get the Two of Pentacles reversed, you might just kind of be out of touch from something, whatever happened in the past, stuff like that. But anyway, for the Devil reversed, you got the Three of Wands. And you boarded that ship of opportunity and finally released yourself of the clutches and bonds and bindings or any kind of like shackles from the devil and stuff like that. Mwah, fabulous work. And that's what I love to see, because here the general, card is definitely the Three of Wands, of actually heading out and getting out into this world of whatever and wherever it may take you in other ways. But I love the fact that you actually boarded this beautiful ship of opportunity, because if you look at the ship, it's pretty much just waiting at the docks for you. And of course, you could also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, be a redheaded woman, either way. But anyway, it just shows that you actually took initiative of releasing yourself. So for Nine of Wands reversed, you get the Emperor. Aries energy, okay? So this is pretty much, like an authoritative father figure, but this is also craving and desiring a sense of structure. And maybe this is where you pretty much have to kind of, like, let's say, delete everything, get rid of everything, what doesn't will work or serve any purpose for you, because you're actually creating structure for yourself again. Let's say that you actually had like a bad habit, or maybe you actually just, and you ended up feeling anything stuck somewhere, and now you're pretty much actually doing some kind of metaphorical spring cleaning of having to let go of what doesn't serve for you, because you're actually bringing structure back into your life. You're having like this kind of rebirthing, rejuvenation that took place in your past. Because whatever happened, it's like, I'm so glad that you finally, released yourself from any kind of negativities. But the devil could also be negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative anything. Like even, like having this, negative, self, when you look in the mirror and think, my goodness, do I really look like that? I hope you never think like that. Everybody is beautiful and different in their own way, and self-acceptance is always crucial for any kind of healing and stuff like that. But this is what I actually saw you doing. Because despite the Chariot, your beautiful card that came in reversed, you got the Devil again. So this is where, the devil was trying to, hold you back again. And that's kind of like, it's called relapses. And the thing is, even though you pretty much, want to actually release yourself from the devil sometimes just, sneaks back into your life and says, okay, where do you think you're going? Especially that it's pretty much, going after Cancer. Of course, you could also have Capricorn, but this is also kind of what you crave, lust, and pretty much, are just so hungry and thirsty and obsessed about as well. But something is definitely holding you back, and that's usually like, negative, self, talk and stuff like that. That's mostly, just saying, hey, wait a second, it's like I was going to board this beautiful ship, and now, it's like I'm heading off towards a different direction, and then suddenly, it's like, my chariot in other ways breaks down and stuff. Wow. Though in current times you get Justice with Ace of Cups. So this could be potentially like new love. But it could also be, a new offering for that as well. Abundance, overflow. And so what I'm kind of seeing here is that you crave and desire, feeling a sense of, a structured, balanced life, and overflow and abundance taking place in your current times, because maybe that's what was actually kind of, causing you to, lack faith and start suffering in other ways. Is, it's like the devil comes in many forms. It doesn't have to be a boss. It doesn't have to be your teacher. It doesn't have to be your parents. It doesn't have to be your neighbor or anybody, or the actual devil, him or herself. But the point is, it's like the devil is mostly kind of holding you back with all kinds of probably, negative self-talk of thinking, oh yeah, do you really think that you can handle this and stuff like that? Well, here I see what you truly want to start achieving and stuff like that. Because by wanting to start manifesting something, you get the Pisces moon, and this could definitely be taking place around September 7th of the full moon, or especially around that time, or even afterwards, because here it's pretty much just saying, I want to start opening up new opportunities and options for myself. I don't want to be, struggling and suffering anymore. I want to actually be able to get out more often. I want to actually, reclaim my fame and fortune. I want to be able to, reclaim myself and my beautiful positivity again. And here you are actually manifesting and heading off towards the direction that you wish to achieve. And this is very important on so many levels is that you start taking charge and initiative with the Three of Wands as a general thing by just doing something, even though you pretty much just think, goodness, I just have no kind of faith within yourself. As you actually grow into it more and more and more, and you start telling yourself how beautiful, successful, wonderful, but all these beautiful qualities about yourself, you'll find that sense of self again. Of course, it's easier said than done, but as you kind of get back into the routine of it all. Because despite the Ten of Pentacles, you get the Eight of Pentacles. So this is where you're having this major, wonderful turnaround. Mwah, fabulous work for my beautiful Cancerians out in this world. Because that's kind of the name of the game. By taking initiative, manifesting something so you can actually start, working towards the goal that you want, wish, dream, and desire. And without having any kind of devil situation that's going to be holding you back. Even in current times or hopefully not in the future. I mean, I think we've been through the only two devils for this deck, so let's keep those all in the past, right? So that's kind of what's, this is all about, is that you're actually enhancing your motivation because you want to improve the Ten of Pentacles, your fortune, your status, your job, your future, whatever it may be, your sense of well-being. Because in the future, you get Three of Pentacles, and then with clarification of Four of Pentacles, is that there's also a sense of completion with the number 4, but it's also a sense of actually feeling comfortable and that you're actually feeling incredibly stable in the future as well. So the thing is, it's like, sad but true, when you're about to apply for any job, and this is what the human wanted me to mention to you out in this world, is that, it's like, let's say that you're about to apply for a job, but then they have all these, like, like requirements, like you need 5 years of this, you need to have this particular skill, you need to have this, you need to have that, and stuff like that. And then once you actually, will start working or heading towards that job and career, then all of those, those required, items and stuff like that actually just, have no value in current times for that matter. But here you are actually, living in a very fulfilled, completed, comfortable future because you're following other people's advice or there are collaborators around you that are actually enhancing this, sense of completion in the future. Because even though you might feel a little bit overwhelmed, about getting into routine, you get the Queen of Pentacles. Mwah, fabulous. And that's what I like to see is, it's like you might feel overwhelmed, but as long as you know that it's resulting in actually feeling a sense of, like groundedness, realistic goals, hardworking mother, that's what the Queen of Pentacles is mostly based off of. But of course, genders don't mean anything in tarot. It's just, what each of these cards represent in other ways. But even though you might feel, a little bit, you feel, kind of swamped a bit, let's put it that way. Eventually you will get the sense of actually, being in the wonderful, grounded throne, even though, this is an earth element and you are a water element, but it's definitely going to actually, come out quite nicely for you in the future. Because for Judgment, you get the Daughter of Knives, also known as the Page of Swords. So here you are having this outgoingness about your future because suddenly, there could be more job openings. Maybe you're going to get some kind of like upgrade of some kind or some kind of promotion of some kind. But that's what any kind of grand announcement is that there's a sense of clarity, understanding, this big celebratory grand announcement of whatever it may be. And it's enhancing your confidence of actually getting out. Because if you've suffered from anything in the past that you pretty much just thought, nope, I just cannot be dealing with the outside world right now. I just don't think I'm the best person. As a matter of fact, I just feel like I'm just nothing and I'm just a loser and a failure and I just did this wrong and that wrong. I'm just nothing but wrong. Please try to overcome those sense of the devil whispering into your ear in other ways, also known as your internal voice. Because the thing is it's like, everybody has a different path in their life, and it doesn't mean that's, just because a lot of the people are either retiring or getting promotions or getting the jobs that they want. It doesn't mean anything. The thing is it's like either A, your time will come, and that's kind of what this card is mostly symbolizing, is that you have this outgoingness in the future. And sometimes everybody, it's just all about patience, but that's why you are being presented with this beautiful Three of Scepters aboarding the ship of opportunity, and you're actually feeling motivated in current times. So, it's just all about patience and that eventually your time will come. Wow. Because your special vampire card says Page of Pentacles, you will get some kind of job offering or any kind of offering that's going to be taking place coming up real soon. So it's pretty much all just a time. And to speak about, because I wanted to quickly also grab the Oracle, and it says faith on it. trust, unwavering, and confidence. So this is what's waiting for you in the future. It's pretty much just keep up the faith. Please don't give up on yourself. Well, there's definitely some kind of, like, trusted, faithful, offering that's going to be taking place with the Page of Pentacles. And here it's pretty much, just keep up the faith and believe in yourself and just have this unwavering sense of confidence about yourself, because, I do see the Eight of Pentacles and I do see the Queen of Pentacles taking place in the future, and this grand announcement and this, desire and craving of wanting to get back out into this world. Wonderful. Wow, what a reading. I love this reading for you. I really do, because it's sad but true. I'm going to have to finish off with 3 yes or no answers. But for number 1, speak of confidence sitting with King of Wands upright, you get a definite yes. And 6 of Swords reversed. Actually, this is another yes for number 2. And the Tower, even though it is a silver lining upright, it's still a yes. So you get 3 yeses for today's beautiful reading, and I love this reading for my amazing Cancerians in this world. But anyway, I'm going to have to leave it at this. But if this reading resonated for anybody out in this world, please feel free to join and subscribe to my channel for more vampire advice, because in about a few days I'm going back to general love readings if you're ever interested in that. But please feel free to also join for more information about more vampire stories, themes, Dracula, what have you, and so forth. But otherwise, I love you guys incredibly. And oh yeah, and if you're ever interested in a personal reading, there is a web link on my YouTube channel called Project Page, and it has the different types of prices for, like personal readings if you're ever interested in a personal reading. But always, as per usual, let me know in the comment section below if you want a personal reading from me, and I'll respond to you with my email. Otherwise, I love you guys incredibly. Thank you so much for joining me, and best of luck on where this journey may take you.